Filming audio competed with air and water show.
Ahoy sailors! Welcome to the Columbia dock. My name is Tristan.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Coleman.
And we are here today to show you how to pack up your Colgate 26 the Columbia way. So, in your blue boat box, you have a multitude of resources, one of which is the pack up checklist. On the front are numbered images, and on the back side is a description that details what is going on in that image. The first step in packing up the boat is securing our jib sail, which is currently out, ready to be secured. So I'm going to head up and do that. You want to keep some tension on both your sheets while you are pulling on your black furling line. Keeping tension on the sheets ensures that the jib furls away nice and neat. So I'm just pulling the sheets out of my hands with the furling line. I want to continue furling until I have 1, 2, 3 wraps around the jib, and that will prevent it from unfurling in a squall. I can ensure that the furling line is cleated in the cam cleat, and then I can lamb's ear the line. So I'm doing nice big coils, and when my coils are complete, I'm going to lamb's ear it over the port side rail. When your coils are complete, lay them over the rail and pass the bottom coils through the top and take up the slack. That is called a lamb's ear.
So we are going to start the cow hitch. So we put our boat back on our can at the end of the day and take it off. With the cow hitch, how we take it off, we take both sides off each side of our horn cleat and take it out from underneath. That's how we leave the can at the beginning of the day. We're taking our boat back to the can. We're going to take our mooring line, put it underneath our cleat, and then cow hitch it around both sides and pull tight, make sure it's nice and cinched. Then our boat is ready to be put away at the end of the day once we've done them both on starboard and port cleats.
When you're packing your boat up at the end of the day, make sure that you leave the kill cord on the engine. Ensure that the engine is in neutral before you bring it up out of the water. Then you're going to grab this little lever underneath the engine, pull it up, and bring the engine up out of the water until it is stationary like that. Before leaving the boat, you're also going to want to make sure to check your fuel so that the next sailors have enough to go out. So you're going to open this little guy, you're going to check how much fuel you have left in your tank, get a feel for it. If you need to take the cap off and take a look, you can do that. If it has less than a third tank, you notify Tristan and he'll put some more gas in there.
We do not want it swinging around during a squall. It needs to be traveled over to the port side of the boat, as the public tender always picks you up on starboard. So we can take up on our traveler until the boom is on port. Then we want to set the height. The boom needs to be at least parallel with the deck, if not slightly higher, so that when we get in the boat, we have some room to work. So, Coach Coleman, can you take up on the main halyard, please? Perfect, thank you. So now the boom is at an appropriate height. Before securing the midship's main sheet control, we want to ensure that it is in fact dead-ended at the aft control. This stopper knot should be right at the end, and there should be no tail end hanging out from here. I can trap it with the main sheet and stop it from moving. I take out the slack so my boom doesn't bounce around. When my main sheet is secured and the slack is out, I take a bite in the main sheet. I put the bite through the hole in the Barney post here, and then that bite goes over the cam cleat. This stops the main sheet from popping out of the cam in a storm and damaging the boom. Next, I want to hang this off of the ground so it doesn't get dirty. So I measure enough slack to the top of the boom, and then I can start my coil. I do a little finger twist at the apex of my coil so I get nice concentric loops. I want to leave about 4 feet of tail end so I can crown my coils. So I wrap it around the other way and cinch it tight, and then I'm going to do 3 wraps stacking up. Then I take a bite, I put the bite through the coil, and that last little bit of tail end goes through the bite. Now I have enough tail end to secure it around one of these clips so that it is off the ground. I'm securing this with a very simple half hitch.
Talking about our sail controls, we're going to uncleat our Vang, our outhaul, Cunningham, and backstay. So at the end of the day, when we're done sailing, we're going to release all of our sail controls. Our outhaul, our boom Vang should be released, and then our Cunningham here in this clam cleat. So for our Cunningham, we want to make sure it slacks through this clam cleat. And is totally loose for the next sailor.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to secure these working lines. You want to start with the furthest outboard line and put your start hand after your line's around the winch about 1.5 feet away. Then you can coil your line according to how long it is. If it's a really long line, do full arm length coils. Once your coils are done, you can reach through the coil and grab a bite. That bite is going to come back through, and then just the bite goes over the coil. Now I'm going to grab my jib halyard and do the same thing. I'm going to lead it around the winch, pull it all out, and make sure there's no knots in it. This line is much longer, so I'm going to do full arm length coils here. When my coils are done, reach through, bring a bite back through, and just the bite goes over. I like to do all my lines at different lengths so I can really quickly visualize which one is which. Next is reef 1. I lead it around the winch, pull it out. It's very short, so my coils are going to be much shorter. Everything is nice and neat. Reach through, grab a bite, over the winch it goes. Outhaul is fairly short, so my coils will be small. Reach through, grab a bite, over the winch. Next is my Vang. It's not really long enough to justify coiling, so I can just give it a simple wrap around the winch. Last line is the pole lift. Run it around the winch, 1.5 feet away, medium length coils. Reach through, grab a bite, and the bite goes over the winch. When your lines are all coiled, the jib sheets go last. Simply run it right onto the fair lead and securely into the self-tailer so the slack is out of the system. I can do the same thing on this side. We secure our working lines this way for reasons of safety. If my engine is compromised and I need to quickly unfurl my jib, I can much easier get these lines off and unfurl and sail to safety.
Sail cover back on our sail. We're going to start towards the mast and unroll it back towards the stern. And we're going to clip it underneath after attaching it in front of the mast with our zippers here. We always do this section first because the back or aft section will pull on this zipper and it'll be hard to secure it. So after we've zipped it up here and then buckled it around the top, Tristan and Gabby are going to roll and clip our cover and secure it around our sail. At the very aft end, there'll be a rope that you're going to tie around your halyard with a square knot, and that will hold.
When you are all done with your boat for the day, you are going to stow your fenders in the portside lazarette. The big guy is going to go down below. And your two smaller fenders are going to come over here in the portside lazarette. And close it up. And then you're going to stow all of your lines, these are dock lines, in the starboard side compartment underneath here, and close it up.
Okay.
Now we're inside the cabin cleaning up. We want to make sure our larger fenders are stored under this bulkhead. Our winch handles are stored in these winch handle holders. Next is our breaker board here. So if you are out sailing in the evening, you may be utilizing your running lights. It is important to make sure all systems are off at the end of your sail. So turn all switches to the off position and then locate the isolator switch and also turn that to the off position. Next, we want to look up at our V-berth and ensure that our spinnaker pole, boat hook, paddle, and our Type 4 flotation device are stored neatly on the port side of the vessel. Our final step here is our safety kit inventory. New this year are the blue boxes, which are designed to live under your tiller while you are sailing and return to the classroom at the end of your day. If you use any first aid materials or spare parts, please inform Tristan. And if you notice anything is missing in either kit, please inform Tristan.
To secure our tiller at the end of the day, we're going to first grab our tiller cover that is in our starboard side lazarette. We're going to put our tiller cover over our tiller. So it goes all the way to the end, so it covers all the wood, protects that from all the weather. We're going to close our lazarette, and we're going to tie this up with our tiller secure line here, also known as our backstay.
If I want to be out on the ring, it's going to be on the board. So I can get back.
We're going to grab our backstay from behind the pulley after uncleating our line from the cam. So we're going to take our backstay here, or our tiller secure line, from behind the pulley, uncleat it and give ourselves a little slack. There we go. Gonna make a hitch around our tiller, and then we're gonna do the same on the opposite side. We're gonna uncleat our backstay here, grab from behind our pulley, make a hitch in our line.
Show me how to make a hitch in the line.
Gonna make a hitch in the line by making a bite and a twist here. And then we're gonna cinch it tight from both of our cleats till our tiller is in the center of our boat.